onboard. One of my favorite trips of the year. We do about 700 excursions here on the North Shore Scenic Railroad. And this is one of my favorite ones. And we have an MC that we're going to go pick up here in a second. The runners train, we also haul about 1,000 people on the runners train. And they just departed, and they're going to be ahead of us. And they have much more important cargo to deliver. So they are ahead of us, and we'll be radio blocking with them on the way up the shore. A couple-hour run time here. Just got to pick up a few more passengers, and our MC Ken Bueller, who will be back to keep you posted on all things Grandma's Marathon here very shortly. My job is to make sure that you guys know the layout of the land here. We have 6 cars on this train, 2 locomotives on both ends, and the next car up is the dining car. That's the other occupied car at this current moment. All of our passengers on this train will be in this car or the next one up for food service. However, we've got 4 more train cars that way, and you're welcome to explore the whole train when it comes time. So by all means do that, because we have 2 more dome cars like this one, similar to this one, farther back. You can go exploring back there. There's some really cool lounge cars and things, and you'll want to do that later once you're all eating and stuff. And then once we get up to the starting line, it's a great spot to view from in the other dome cars. There's some open gates and things like that. And then when we get to the starting line, we'll actually let everybody out should you want to get out and stand right on the train tracks kind of next to the starting line. However, we have to wait for that runner's train to go past us. It'll actually pass on this side on their way back. So they have to clear first. So you got to stay on the train for a little bit. Eventually they clear by us, and then we'll get everybody out. 7:45 being that start time for the main marathon, 7:40 for the elites. And we'll be right next to it. It's super fun. If you haven't been on this train before, you are in for a treat today. It's going to be great. So we're backing out of the station here. We'll stop to switch tracks, and we'll end up on the other side of the freeway there. Enjoy the ride. You are with the best staff we have. Jamie and Jill will be taking care of you, and they are our best staff members here on the whole railroad. All right. Enjoy the trip here today. Thanks.
Good morning, everyone, and welcome on board our viewers train this morning for the Grandma's Marathon. We have never missed a start, we've never missed a finish, and we don't expect to do that here today. So thank you all for being with us. We're glad that you are aboard the Grandma's Marathon train, a tradition that goes back to the very start of Grandma's Marathon. And indeed, we have a couple of veterans with us here this morning who have been on every single train that we've had. And they're right over there. Raise your hand, veterans. If you've been on the train before, turn up the hearing aids. Here we go.
we watched were so gallantly streamed.
Do you see her? She's in the pink.
And the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
There's Courtney.
I'm gonna follow you guys all the way down to that finish line. Enjoy your race. Start time goes as soon as you cross the start line. It will end as soon as you cross the finish line. You get your drink ticket, your finisher medal, and your finisher t-shirt. Then head on over to Canal Park and enjoy the rest of your day. Have a wonderful time here during the 47th annual Grandma's Marathon.
The elite runners for the men have made it to the 3rd mile mark. Their split time so far running in a pack. First mile at 5:01, second mile at 4:54, third mile at 4:48 as they pick up the speed going past the 3-mile mark in the first water stop. The men's race is pretty much a pack in the front right now. In there is defending champion Dominic Furtado. He has won 3 marathons in his career. Right behind him, challenger Alicia Barlow, who has won 4 marathons. Keep in mind it is Furtado who is trying to make his three-peat as he repeats in 2 other marathons here at Grandma's. He's the past defending champion, and he's back again, but he is being challenged severely. Not so in the women's elite. The women's elite has broken out, and she is, of course, the defending champion, looking for her 3rd consecutive three-peat, and that is Dakota Litworm. From the Twin Cities, she is well ahead of the women's pack, going down the North Shore of Lake Superior. This is a sea of spandex, a human wave. 26.2 miles from where we are right now. You're watching the 47th annual Grandma's Marathon. It was a gift to us from the Burlington Northern Santa Fe Railway. It's the 1550, it's an SD9. It was rebuilt by BNSF a few years ago, then suffered a major failure in its generator, so they were going to dispose of the engine. Instead, they decided to donate it to the Lake Superior Railroad Museum, of which we are incredibly appreciative. And with the help of the Independent Locomotive Services and Northtown BNSF shops, and a couple donations along the way from LNS Electric, we were able to rebuild and replace the generator and get the engine running again. So from the deadline, headed for the scrap heap, to a serviceable locomotive on the North Shore Scenic Railroad. It's all about preserving railroad history, and we thank our partners at BNSF, Independent Locomotive Services, those great guys at the Northtown shops, and all of our great sponsors and members for adding another classic diesel electric locomotive to the roster of the North Shore Scenic Railroad, and it was on its first Grandma's Marathon today. We get up to the starting line where we all were this morning. Now keep in mind this was before cell phones. So you had to use the 2-way radio that was in the car. And that would take the signal back to the station to be rebroadcast. Well, the radio in the car didn't reach from the starting line. So we would go to the starting line, see what was happening, drive 5 miles back to a hill where we could be on top of the hill, and then we would pretend we were at the starting line. But you really didn't want to be at the starting line because it was miserable. There's 125 guys, it's cold, it's rainy, the wind's off the lake, the mist is cutting your face like a knife, And these guys are standing around peeing in the woods with garbage bags over their heads to try and stay dry. And they look miserable. I look over at Gary Krachowski and I said, Gary, this is a mess. I said, mark my words. We are here making history today. We are covering the very first and the last ever Grandma's Marathon. And now you know what I know about marathons.